PRC, quality service since 1972. Repairing TVs, console stereos, electronic musical instruments, pinball machines, arcade games, and more. Call 836-0454.
Hey, I'm James Spann. You clicked onto our Weather Xtreme video. This is for Wednesday morning, the 12th day of December. Glad you're with us, and we're getting set for a wild ride on that famous Alabama weather roller coaster. Let's check out some Skycam images early this morning at the insane hour of about 5 o'clock. A little foggy down in Chilton County. That's our Skycam in downtown Clanton. Temperatures are in the upper 50s in most spots. Here's a look at the Shelby County camera from Inverness on top of the Wingate Inn. Down below, that's traffic along U.S. Highway 280. The fog not too bad there. And in Tuscaloosa, we're looking off toward the Black Warrior River from the top of the Tuscaloosa County Courthouse. Some low clouds around, but again, the fog there, not too bad. Here's our water vapor satellite imagery this morning. The trough in the southwestern states beginning to weaken a bit, and that thing is about to kick out. In the old Pineapple Express showing up there, rolling up through Texas, up into the Ohio River Valley in the northeastern states. The good news, the ice storm is over for the heartland. Little slippery and messy up in the northeast this morning, but our attention really will be focusing on the next storm that'll be diving down into the southwest and what happens this weekend. Temperatures around the nation this morning. Again, it's a tug of war between this record-breaking warm air down here in the southeast and the very cold air up north. Again, look at all the single digits over Minnesota and the Dakotas. It has been an amazingly cold December up there. And, of course, down here it's been an amazingly warm December. And if you look up there into northern Canada and northern Manitoba, some temperatures are down in the 30 below zero bracket. Yikes. Well, that map sure looks a lot better. After being lit up like a Christmas tree, the watch warning map just shows some winter weather issues up in the northeast United States, and that's about it. And that's good. Quiet is good for now. Now, look at this. QPF map. This is the expected precipitation around the country for the next 5 days. This is valid through Sunday evening, and this is suggesting the heaviest rain will be from around Texarkana, Arkansas to New York City. And this is with what falls today, and then our weekend storm. And somebody in that purple zone is going to be slammed with snow over the weekend. This could be a big one for the interior parts of the eastern United States. I mean, big one. And around here, rain, you can see the gradient there. It kind of runs from 1 inch, or actually more than that, 2 inches up there on the Tennessee state line down to 3/4 of an inch on the Gulf Coast. But that's what we should be looking for, is that rain on Saturday. We'll take whatever comes down. Olga, the tropical storm. This thing is just hanging tough, isn't it? And, you know, Hispaniola is a difficult mountainous island there for these things to traverse, but it's hanging in there. And this will be moving off to the west. And the water up here in the Gulf is considerably cool, of course. And it should not be an issue for the Gulf, but it looks like it could be headed toward that tip of the Yucatan perhaps late this weekend. But we'll keep an eye on that. Okay, here we go. This is the 06Z run of the GFS, valid at noon today. This is at 500 millibars, about 18,000 feet off the ground. The southwestern trough beginning to weaken, and then tomorrow it's out. But notice the new one dropping in behind it. The Vortmax tomorrow is near Columbus, Ohio. That will be dragging a surface cold front through here, and don't expect a lot of rain with that. 1/4 inch or so, and that's about it. And by the way, down there at the very bottom of the screen, yep, that's Olga. Okay, Friday, here comes our new trough. Now, instead of parking out there for days, this one's going to kick on out. Saturday comes out, and it takes on somewhat of a negative tilt, and you wonder if the Gulf Coast region might be getting in the warm sector. Well, let's go through this. This is the midday look, Saturday at midday. Now, this run of the GFS has adjusted the surface low more to the north. And that, of course, will lessen any chance of snowflakes here Saturday night. And also, it's got the really good rains at midday Saturday, still north and west of here, running from near Greenville, Mississippi, up to Nashville and Louisville. And the 0 degree line at 850, that's the freeze line up about 5,000 feet, which can be a good rain-snow line, is over Kentucky. So this run coming in farther to the west and north with the surface low and accordingly warmer. Now, we've got the NAM here. The NAM is good through Saturday at midday. This is the exact same time. Midday Saturday, 12 noon. And look at this. You talk about model madness creeping back in here. The NAM is much slower. It's got the surface low way back there over southwest Louisiana. And that shows a pretty good snow setup there for northern Arkansas, places like Harrison and Fayetteville, then back into eastern Oklahoma with rain down below that. So a little model madness creeping in there. So for now, we've got periods of rain Saturday. If the NAM is right, it'll be Saturday night before the rain gets in here. Now, let's go back to the GFS. This is at 6 o'clock Saturday evening. The surface low beginning to pull away to the northeast. The 0-degree line up there around Muscle Shoals. This is suggesting a changeover to snow for Nashville and Memphis, and it would be light up there. You know, we saw one look that showed 6 inches for Nashville. Well, this idea, of course, takes that off the table. And then midnight Saturday night, the surface low is deepening there off the Virginia coast, and the 0-degree line drops down to about Montgomery, and that would suggest a chance of flurries on the backside. So a little uncertainty beginning to creep in with the track of the surface low. Still, there's no doubt at some point we should get a decent rain event from this Saturday or Saturday night. Sharply colder after that with the change over to snow flurries. And then Sunday, the whole thing is gone. And I say gone for us. That's a big, nasty-looking snowstorm for interior New England up there. And Sunday will be a blustery day. We'll struggle to get out of the 30s, might hit the low 40s with a strong north wind. Monday of next week, dry and chilly. And Tuesday of next week, more of the same. And that's a pretty cold 1,036 millibar high up there. Forget the record warmth next week. It will be temperatures at or below normal. Let's go out there 2 more days. This is December the 20th, and this is suggesting, hey, a pretty decent-looking rain event there. Now, this is out there into voodoo country a little bit. You know, anything beyond 7 days you have to take with a grain of salt. We're just looking for trends. But if that happens to be right, that looks good and wet. Christmas Day, anybody? December the 25th. Look at the trough axis west of here, southwest flow here. That would suggest wet weather on Christmas Day. And, of course, we've seen the model just look all over the road here. Don't think this is going to happen. We'll see more changes before we get there. And at the end of the cycle on the 27th, long wave trough over the east. That's pretty cold. Big old 1,040 millibar high sitting up there over Denver. If it's right. And that's a big if. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video this morning. We'll have notes on our blog. If you're watching this on YouTube or iTunes, that's AlabamaWX.com. Have the next video here by 3:30 today. And, of course, we invite you to watch us on TV this evening. ABC 3340 News at 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Again, thanks for watching. Have a great day, and God bless.